Today is Monday, September 8th, and this is the Bay Blend from WUSF. I'm Sky LeBron. Today we're talking about the grand reopening of the Florida Holocaust Museum. We got an early look at its renovations and what you can expect when you go inside, plus a look ahead of some events you could check out in the Tampa Bay area this week. All that and more right after the news headlines. Manatee County commissioners want local laws to protect their natural resources from development, but state law says they can't do that because it's too restrictive. So Manatee County is suing the state, arguing they need to be able to control the growth in their own neighborhoods. Abby Turnup with Suncoast Waterkeeper says development has already cost the county plenty of wetlands.
That means that we're going to have poor water quality. That means we're going to lose Florida species. That means that we are going to have more flooding.
At least 10 other counties and cities in Florida are joining the lawsuit. If you're a Sarasota County homeowner, your property taxes are staying the same for now. The county commission considered raising it more than 25% to build up its stormwater funding, but they voted late last week to dash that plan. An auditor showed the commission that they already had plenty of money for stormwater, $27 million. That was enough to convince Commissioner Ron Cutzinger.
Frankly, I'm going to have a hard time raising the fees this year because the optics here are bad. The testimony we've heard here is compelling.
The county raised these same rates 3 years ago. Florida's end to vaccine mandates probably won't start for another 30 days, and it would only include vaccines for certain diseases. That is, unless lawmakers decide to extend it to other illnesses. The current plan would lift vaccine mandates on hepatitis B, chickenpox, influenza, and some others like meningitis, but some vaccines like measles, polio, mumps, and tetanus would still be required. USF football is ranked in the AP Top 25 poll for the first time since 2018. That's after their upset win over the number 13 Florida Gators on Saturday. Definitely not a great day to be a Florida Gator. It was the Bulls' second straight Top 25 win. They're now number 18 in the poll. Next up for them, number 5, Miami. The Florida Holocaust Museum in downtown St. Petersburg has been in renovation mode for over a year now. On Tuesday, it's holding its grand reopening, and WUSF's Steve Newborn got a tour through the space early. He's here with me now. Steve, what was it like walking through that chapter of history?
Yeah, the first thing you hear when you walk into the museum is this very plaintive, melancholy violin. Comes through the speakers in one of the museum's portions, and it's a solo played on one of the violins of hope, is what they're called. These were instruments that were rescued after World War II. What they're trying to do with this renovation is to kind of put a personal face on crimes of an unimaginable scale. So Ursula Shapinska, who works at the museum, she kind of explained it this way.
We want to use this core exhibition to show people that these were individual human lives, right? 1 + 1 + 1. Not the anonymous 6 million, but actually individual people who were impacted by this history. And it also helps people understand that this really happened.
Wow. So, Steve, for you, what were some of the most moving exhibits that you saw?
Well, what's really striking is when you walk around a corner in the center of the museum is it's a wooden boxcar. It's like one of the boxcars, the cattle cars that were used to transport untold numbers of people to their deaths in the Nazi concentration camps. You look at this thing and it's like history come to life. There's no windows, and you could just kind of imagine the sliding doors sealing the fate of all these people. But one of the new items at the museum from this renovation is it's a video depiction of one of the survivors. Her name was Betty Grebenshikoff. She used to live in the Tampa Bay area. She passed away recently. And they recorded video testimony. You can actually ask a question, and the video answers the question as well as it could. And we asked her, well, what was it like being a refugee in Shanghai, China, which is where she ended up?
It was exceedingly crowded, and it was always noisy. But we did the best we could over there, and we were lucky we didn't live in one of the settlement camps where a lot of people had to live.
The museum will open to the public 2 p.m. Tuesday, and if you don't want to pay the admission fee, there will be a free day on Wednesday.
And you could read and hear Steve's feature on the Holocaust Museum reopening right now at WUSF.org. Steve, thank you for the time.
Hey, my pleasure, Sky.
Another week and plenty more to check out in the Tampa Bay area if you're looking to have some fun. To start tomorrow at Armature Works, there's another candle pour workshop that's Tampa themed, and my prayers have been answered. On the page, you can see an Ybor After Dark scented candle. I have no desire to smell that, but boy, am I happy it exists. It's a hands-on candle making experience where they give you all the materials along with some complimentary wine. You can make one candle for $35 or two for $60. Sounds like a fun date idea without breaking the bank. If you're a woman in St. Pete looking to broaden your network, the St. Petersburg Women's Chamber of Commerce is holding its monthly meet and mingle at the Colony Grill on Wednesday evening. You can share some ideas, make some friends. I would definitely go to this, but alas, I don't fit the criteria. You don't have to RSVP for this one, and plus there will be flatbread pizza. If you run out of things to talk about, debate flatbread versus cheesy crust, which is overrated. It's the cheesy crust. And back in Tampa's Ybor, for my ravers out there, Grassroots Kava House is holding a rewind clothing swap on Thursday night. You could trade crop tops, t-shirts, glasses, jewelry, wigs, and pretty much whatever else you'd wear to a rave. Just make sure that stuff is gently worn. Nobody wants your sweaty bodysuit you wore during the Obama administration. Just give it up, man. Toss it. Either way, the event is free, and it goes from 7 to 9 in the evening. That's today's Bay Blend. By the way, WUSF, the station that makes this podcast possible, is holding its fund drive this week. We've been hit hard by federal cuts, and we're a community-funded station, so if you like what we do for the pod or anything you see or hear from WUSF News, consider throwing us a couple bucks. It goes further than you can imagine. You could donate at WUSF.org. There's a big, pretty donate button in the top right corner. But I'll get out of your ears for now. Have a great start to the week, and I'll catch you tomorrow morning for another Bay Blend.